get my hand out of this one because it's going to be a full minute. And I'm just going to talk. I'm just going to talk and then I'll hold it for a minute. Ready? 1 minute.
My glasses.
Go. A minute is so long. And I love it when I do the plank in my class. It's just one of my favorite movements. It looks so easy, doesn't it? But after about, no, don't look easy. And then look, there's no shaking. Even when your back is nice and straight. And see this alignment from the shoulder to the elbow? That's what you want. You don't want the elbow behind the shoulder. Okay, nice straight back. The leg is straight, and there's not shrugging. Okay, no shrugging through the neck. You're just solid. This is a what? What are you working? Abdominal and lower back. Okay? Where do you guys feel it first? Where do you feel it first? She feels abs. Where do you feel it? Abs. Where do you feel it? Abs. All right. How long is that? That wasn't a minute yet. I still have more. Okay, that was a minute. Take a break. All right. So don't forget, when you're doing abdominal exercises, that's right. Give them a hand. That's right. When you're doing abdominal exercises, don't just always think about crunches. Crunches are the least amount of work that your abdominals do all day. Your abdominals like to work in this position as core stability movements, all right? And the plank helps develop core stability, okay? So don't forget to incorporate those exercises into your routine so you have a lot more variety, okay? Now this next one. This is a great abdominal exercise. I have to say myself, this is fantastic, okay? And I'm going to do it with them. We're going to lay down on our side.
No.
And that's right, I can do it.
The beacon
right. This is a side bridge, okay? And it's a variation of a plank, except we're going to move. Shoulder lined up right here. You're laying on your side. My feet are stacked. We're going to do 15, 14.
Out here.
10 years ago, I ended up, I had started my own sports page, and that's what went under. And again, that was about not having enough faith in my own work. I realize it now. A lot of times we don't have enough faith in our gifts. We don't have enough faith in ourselves and the things that we're capable of doing. And then when they don't work out, we kind of say, oh, well, you know what, that was supposed to happen anyway. And that's exactly what I did. But looking back at some of the things I did, I realized you didn't have the faith to see it through. You say you had faith, but you didn't really have faith because you let it go. And that was God's gift to you that you were able to do this. So I guess about 10 years ago, I was working like from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. in a tennis club just to have a job. And I got a call, an offer for a job to coach basketball at the University of Mississippi. And I have to say that leading up to that point, I had really changed my attitude. Even though I was working that job, I didn't look at that job as, you know what, this is me, and this is the only thing that I can do, and I'm going to be doing this for the rest of my life. I kind of looked at it as, this is me trying to create some positive energy, and I'm going to do the things that even my father used to say. I don't care if you're cleaning up people's houses, you be the best at it that you can be. So I really gave that my all, and I think that I sort of created some positive energy around me, and I got that call. And I took the job at the University of Mississippi, and I knew about 6 months into it that I did not want to make a career out of coaching basketball. But one thing I didn't do was I didn't leave like I usually did. And I sort of stuck around. 2 years later, I ended up coaching over here at GW. Decided I would go through the course catalog one day, just by chance. I found a course that I liked, and that was the coaching certificate. And so I took the coaching certificate because, as people tell you, I've been telling everybody what to do with their lives my whole life, although I couldn't get my own together. I was always more than happy to give other people advice. So if anybody here wants some advice, I'm more than willing to hand it out. But I took that coaching certificate, and it's so funny how it's just sort of things started coming. As I started just saying that I'm going to take some steps here and there, opportunities started to open up. And after that, I said, well, maybe I'll get my master's in counseling. And I went and met with my advisor, and she said, we have this program we just started. I think you'd be good for it. And that was the master's cohort that you and I were in together. And then I took that, and I you know what, I want to have my own business. So it was 10 years, well, 7 if you count sort of when I really started, but it was 7 years of not necessarily knowing. Even now, I cannot tell you that I know where I'm going to end up, but I do know that every day I wake up and I say to myself, thank you God, because I know that something great is happening, even if I don't see it, because I'm continuing to put forth this effort. It may be happening behind the scenes, and when it's time for me to know what it is, I will know. And a lot of times that's what makes us anxious. I can't see it. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know if this is it. I like this, but is it it? But you can't stop. You just have to keep going and have faith that those things will reveal themselves to you when they're supposed to. So, you know, people always see the end product and they say, you know what, she has no idea what I've been through. But you know what, I've hidden my car around the block when I thought somebody was going to try to get it because I couldn't make my car payments. You know, I've been there. Yeah. Oh yeah. Parking around the block, you know, taking the plates off, putting a piece of paper over the VIN number so nobody can see it. You know, I've done all that. And you know, I've had my phone number changed so the creditors couldn't get in touch with me because my phone was ringing off the hook. I've had to, you know, get a secured credit card to start rebuilding my credit back up because I didn't have any credit after my paper went under, and I ended up at 28 years old moving back home with my parents and lived with them until I got my job when I was 30. When I turned 30, it was the first time I had held a job for more than a year when I coached at the University of Mississippi, and it was 2 years. And I was like, you know what, that's something. But a lot of people wouldn't be able to say that the first time I had a job for more than 2 years was when I was 30. But you know what, I'm okay with that because if that story can help somebody else understand that, you know what, where we are right now, it's all temporary, then it's worth it. And being bulimic, first thing that happened to me when I went to the University of Mississippi, and I was ashamed of it. I didn't want to tell anybody that I'd been bulimic, but the first thing that happened was one of the girls on our team was bulimic. And she would not go to the doctor. She would not see the counselor. And so that our head coach asked me, because I was the only woman on our staff, to go with her. And I said, you know what? I can either hide this and continue to be ashamed of it, or maybe I will be able to help her by sharing my story. And that was the first time I had admitted to anybody that I had been bulimic. And you know what? She was just like, she couldn't believe it. She was like, really? She went to her counseling sessions every day. She's doing amazing now. But it's all divine. Even the bad stuff is all divine because it's all part of that quilt that makes you who you are and that's going to show you what your purpose is in life.
You mentioned a couple of times the word faith. Can we have change without